got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see Cole Holcomb. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Commanders and the Eagles, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Eagles. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. 13 yards there on a Washington first.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Eagles at 4-3, a game over 500. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down for the touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
On second down and 4. Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't give it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They try to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Going for it all.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
The first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw.
They'll run the screen with Hubbard.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Sliding out of the pocket.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Out to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. T.J. Edwards leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. Here's Hill on the return, and he goes out right around the 39. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the... Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Kendall Fuller. There he goes, left side. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try to loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
It's so educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Hubbard. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And now way up what looks to be a 30 inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
As a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath. Gets a completion right there. Oh, nice pickup.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 37 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
That's interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Commanders preparing for their next possession as we eat closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and 9 now. Open man right side, Myers. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing. And I believe they buzz down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay officials.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. One final possession for the Commanders in this opening half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into air.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time, when you talk about the ends and your pass rushers, they're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the 2nd half. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanket in the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Hurts throw caught by his receiver, Hill. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted. But it ends up falling incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football. Now zapped right back in the other direction. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Robinson with another carry.
And some space here. 20, 10, touchdown, Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr., his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 27, Hurts over the middle here to Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here's Hurts to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. That improvisation certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right way to convert here and maybe start to tap down a little bit of momentum. The other side is going the game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The 20.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, is...
game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Eagles offense back out getting set for this next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hubbard. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. How about the way he's able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. It's caught, Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practice.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll look to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Gay's kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On first down, Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a full pick of the ball game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Hurts. It's Hill, complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. This will be caught by Brown. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They're going to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Caught on the slant. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock is stopped with 37 seconds to play. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he dreamed about and worked on throughout his career, because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to go out extra coverage.
And yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Elliott now to have the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback in his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll be stopped after a very short gain. And now you're looking at 4th down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now Hill to return it. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25.
Ready?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And Dotson, he's got it. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on